So I mentioned we've been doing this for 97 years, and every night is special at the Grand Ole Opry because the show is live, and no two shows have ever been alike. But there's something really extra special when someone gets to step in that historic circle for the very first time, and that's about to happen now. And you know, everyone's path to the Opry is so interesting, but this is really one of the most unique I've ever seen. At one time in his career, he was a vice president at CBS Radio. At one time, he was vice president of promotions at a record label here in Nashville. But he followed his heart and is doing the thing he's always wanted to do, and that is comedy and making people laugh. And we are thrilled that he's here right now. He's taken a little time out from his Nash Vegas residency in Vegas that launched last month to make his Grand Ole Opry debut. Will you welcome Byron Kennedy, everybody?
How we doing, Grand Ole Opry? I was standing in the circle, oh my God. Look, y'all, I'm a little rattled, can you tell? I'm gonna need a minute, man, for two reasons. One, I'm standing on the stage at the Grand Ole freaking Opry. And also, I just had a visit in my dressing room from none other than the ghost of Minnie Pearl. I'm startled, y'all, I'm startled. I'm not gonna lie, I'm startled. Those of you that believe in ghosts, believe me. Do any of you believe in ghosts? Those of you that believe, you believe me that the ghost of Minnie Pearl came and said hello. Those of you that don't believe me, listen, my hair did not look like this when I got here. Matter of fact, I didn't even have hair when I got here. I'm bald. That's how startled I'm feeling right now, man. Crazy. Sorry, so I'm just gonna need a minute, man. This is the circle right here. It's an honor to be here, it really is. It's an honor to be here, part of the Grand Ole Opry. I grew up a country music fan. My dad was a country music fan, played in a country band, loved Minnie Pearl, loved Hee Haw, loved the Opry, all of it. And so when I got this invitation, he was the first phone call I made. I said, Dad, I'm gonna be on the Grand Ole Opry. And he said, call me back when you sober up. I said, Dad, I'm serious. I'm going to be on the Grand Ole Opry. I am. I'm gonna. And he said, Byron, I know you've been doing a lot of comedy in Las Vegas. I know they don't have a last call out there. We can get you in the program. I said, Dad, just look it up. Go to the website. Look it up, man. Go to the website. I'm playing the Grand Ole Opry. And he Googled it and he went online and he saw that the Opry, you know, the Grand Ole Opry, the resort, they have a golf course across the street. And he said, very funny, you're playing the Opry golf course. I said, I'm not gonna argue about this with you all day, Dad. Go to the website, you'll see my picture up there, you'll see that I'm really playing the Opry. And he went on there and he saw my picture and he said, Byron, you're playing the Grand Ole Opry. I said, you gotta be kidding me. Yes, I'm playing the Grand Ole Opry. And then he says, oh Lord, do not let my son be the guy that ruins country music and comedy on the same night. I said, thanks for the pep talk, Dad. Appreciate you. Appreciate you very much, man. Because, you know, and now I'm worried, like I might be that guy. I'm scared I'm gonna become that guy, you know what I mean? Like always talking about when I was on the Opry. One of my comedian friends, he said, Byron, don't psych yourself out because as performers sometimes we tend to make certain venues and certain events bigger than they are in our mind, right? But the Grand Ole Opry is bigger than it is in my mind. Am I right? So a comedian friend of mine, he was like, hey man, you know, look, it's just another stage. You gotta tell yourself, it's just another stage. You've performed on hundreds of stages, man. You're just walking onto another stage. That's what you got to tell yourself. And I'm like, are you kidding me? That would be like telling Neil Armstrong, hey, man, you're just going to another place. Just going to another place, Neil. Denver, Chicago, the moon. It's not just any other place, man. It's the Grand Ole Opry, and it is an honor. And I'm trying not to freak out about this thing. You know, I just keep walking around it. I don't even feel like I should be in this thing. But I'm going to become that annoying friend, you know what I mean? Like, my friends aren't going to want to talk to me anymore. You know, they're going to be like, I don't even like talking to Byron anymore. Always talking about when he was on the Opry. Here he comes right now. Oh, no, don't make eye contact. Oh, man, he's even got his Opry t-shirt on again. We'll be like, what's up, fellas? What are we doing, man? What's going on? They'd be like, just change the subject. Don't mention the Opry. Be like, hey, Byron, did you know I just bought a new Corvette? Oh, did you? Nice. I saw a new Corvette in the parking lot at the Grand Ole Opry. My other friend would be like, man, I can't sit and listen to this anymore. I'm going to Circle K, man. Y'all want something? Nah, I'm good. I don't want anything. But speaking of circles, y'all know about the Circle center stage at the Grand Ole Opry? Thank you. Thank you. I still haven't settled down. Man. But yeah, I don't want to be that annoying friend, you know what I mean? But I am going to get a t-shirt made that says, what does Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash, and Byron Kennedy have in common? I'll tell you that. Thank you. You call my cell phone right now, it says, I'll call you back as soon as I get off stage at the Grand Ole Opry. They are definitely going to get tired of hearing me talk about it. You know how I know? Because I feel like a few of you already are. And that's fair. So thank you so much for allowing me to just really let it out there for a minute, man, so I can settle in. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Just flew in from Las Vegas. I just started a residency out there, and I flew in, and I don't like to fly. I can't stand being on germ rockets. And I get the talker every time I fly. You know those people that just talk on a loop? You're like, how are you breathing? They just breathe in through their nose and out through their questions? I get the talker every time. I had the talker on the way out here. I think the talkers booked the middle seat on purpose. If they put this person to sleep, they just move on to this one. And you can't understand what anybody's saying on an airplane. Why are we engaging in small talk on an airplane when you can't understand anybody? I had her on the way out here. She says, well, why are you going to Nashville? What do you do? I said, I'm a comedian. She thought I said I was a Canadian. Oh, we got some Canadians in the house. I hope y'all aren't on my flight home, man. I can't take any more, but I love you. See? Yeah, she thought, so for 10 minutes, she's asking about hockey, maple syrup, Eskimos. I'm like, I've never even seen an Eskimo. Eskimos don't do comedy. Then there was the guy that told me he left his wife for his baby sister. Yeah, thank you. I started looking around for another seat. Called the flight attendant over. I said, hey, can I change seats? I don't think I can sit next to this dude. She said, I'm sorry, the flight's full. And he overheard me. He said, hey, man, is everything cool? Did I offend you somehow? I heard you asking for another seat, man. Are we good? I was like, hey, bro, we don't need to chit-chat, all right? I think you're weird. I think you're weird. I think you're wrong. I don't need to hear your life story. And I definitely don't need to hear about you leaving your wife for your baby sister. And he pulls his mask down and he was like, bro, I said my baby sitter. I was like, well, that makes a little more sense. And then he was like, well, what is wrong with you that you thought you heard baby sister? And then he wanted to change seats. But I made it out here. I got out here, and I just love being back in Nashville, and I just can't get over it. I'm sorry. I got to keep bringing it up, man. I can't get over it. I'm on the stage at the Grand Ole Opry. Grand Ole Opry just had its 99th birthday. No, 97th birthday. 97th birthday, right? I'm sorry. I get birthdays confused. I always mix everybody's birthday up. I think that was Joe Biden that had his 99th birthday, right? Got the booze. As long as you're getting a reaction, that's all right. I like when you set those jokes up, you know what I mean? It's like, I said 99 on purpose, and they all looked at me like, 97, 97. They're like, oh no, he didn't do his homework. I'm like, well, neither did Joe Biden, and he's the president. Look, I didn't come here to get political. I don't do political jokes, all right? I think they're all idiots, I'll be honest with you. So we'll just go ahead and leave that last one right there. But it is good to be back in Nashville, Tennessee. I do love Nashville, Tennessee. And as I mentioned earlier, I worked for a record company here. And it was a fun job. You know, you get to help young artists find their way to this stage and make their dreams come true. And I liked the job. I really did like the job. But I wasn't cut out for corporate America, mainly because I don't like working very much. So, it was a good job, but I thought, man, if I could just work at home, this would be the most incredible job ever, you know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like I need to go into the office every day like a caged animal, I was getting a little burnt out. I asked my boss, I said, can I work from home, man? I got internet at home. I can call my radio stations from home, I can be productive at home. Let me work from home, John. He's like, no, you can't work from home, man. You're the leader of the department. You need to be engaged with your staff. You need to be here every day. I was like, okay. And I was feeling a little burned out, and I'd been dabbling in comedy a little bit, and I felt like I really maybe wanted to pursue that, but I was afraid to make that jump, And I thought, well, maybe that's the nudge I need, that I can't work from home. So I finally did it. I left my job in the record business to go pursue my dream of being a stand-up comic. And I called my friend Willie, who's a headlining comedian. I said, Willie, I did it, man. I quit my job. I'm gonna make the jump. And he said, that's fantastic, Byron. I'm gonna take you on the road. You're gonna be my feature comic. I'm gonna teach you everything I know. We're gonna have so much fun on the road. We're gonna go touring. It's gonna be fantastic. And then COVID hit. Right after I quit my job, COVID hit, and every comedy club and venue in the world closed down. And every single person at my former job was working from home. I was like, you gotta be kidding me, Lord. What kind of test is this? What kind of test is this? Because, as you know, in comedy, right? Timing is everything. And my timing couldn't have been any worse. So now I'm stuck out there without a job and don't know what I'm gonna do, but you know what? This is how I know that God is good and always on time, because I bounced back and I'm here at the Grand Ole Opry tonight. So not to get too preachy, but I guess my only point is, man, just don't be afraid to follow those dreams, because they might be there waiting for you. Everybody thought I was crazy. Everybody thought at my age he's leaving his career to go do stand-up comedy. What's this dude doing? He's a middle-aged bald guy. But anyway, like I said, God is good and always on time, and I definitely lived my dream here tonight with you all, and you all have been so amazing to me. Thank you all so much for being a part of one of the greatest nights of my life. My name is Byron Kennedy. That's my time. Thank you.
The Opry debut of Byron Kennedy, everybody.